just got finished thrifting, and the fact that I got so much stuff, basics, a belt, blouses, some sweaters, long sleeves, for a total of $55 is bananas to me. I shop smarter, not harder. I needed a bunch of basics and I just wanted to see what was up there. I also got a really cute mug. It's a yellow mug. I was swayed to get it, and it was the best shopping I've done in a long time. So, no regrets. I don't know about anybody else, but a lot of stores just sell things that are like basics or things that I can find for cheaper. They just sell them for so much in so many big stores, and I'm trying to like save money to move out of my house. I live at home still, so a lot of things I just try to save money on, because if I can find like and thrift something that is so expensive in a normal store, then I will. Like button downs or basic tank tops, or I don't know, some fave house things too. They've got like mugs, and I've gotten a bunch of mason jars from there, and they're like $1 or even less there. But yeah, I'm happy with my finds. So what kind of prompted me to want to make whoopie pies? I wanted a challenge. I didn't want to just make cookies. I didn't want to make brownies. Well, I wanted to bake. It felt like it was Saturday. It feels like baking weather. It's nice out, but it's like not gloomy. And I was home for a little bit, so I went thrifting. Obviously, came back home. I wanted to see the pup, and I was like, you know, I'll just stay here for a little bit, and I'll just think of something. I keep making a mess. I'll think of something to do. One thing comes to mind is baking. So here we are. I'm making a mess, but. So my hands are a little bit wet, and I'm just going to make it into a little ball. The only whoopie pies I remember eating when I was a kid was if people got whoopie pies. I've never had anyone make it for me, or never was my first choice of a dessert or a snack or whatever. But I feel like I had the pre-packaged ones, so maybe this will taste a little bit more like youth. I found this sweater. I was like in between if I wanted it or not at the thrift store, but this sweater I kind of loved because of how like vintage I guess it looks. I like that kind of vibe tucked into like a pair of jeans. Okay, so I'm so happy with how they turned out. I didn't know what to expect. My oven honestly started burning and I had to open up the doors, but these are great. They're not burnt at all, so I'm excited. Perfect. My grandparents live in this amazing and slightly unrenovated house, or slightly renovated house. My mom's house growing up, and they had this house in the early 60s. It just has such character. This is my favorite room of the house. This kitchen in particular is definitely 60-esque, with this stained glass on the cabinet, like plastic, but also the ceiling with all these weird featherly like art, I guess, and just white cabinets, so bright. It's got like these really vintage stool seating on their island here, and some other little aspects I love, so I'll show you those. Obviously, somebody who lives here since the 60s has a lot of stuff in here, and some of which are appliances, which they keep very particularly hidden in their garage. They keep all of their blenders. This is their fabulous living room with black painted fireplace, some groovy rug designs, a lone chair in the back, an amazing side table that's a pillar. Here is my grandparents' very 70-esque basement. We've got, of course, the classic wood paneled basement, vintage art that actually my grandmother knit for me. Well, knit and then I'm cleaning it, so we've got some of a little of everything. Here's a little bit of her basement. One thing, excuse me, that is actually pretty cool is this awesome knit picture frame that my grandma actually made. Well, going to a party and you could see like the fur come out and just like the printing and things like that. Another piece that I'm claiming as my own. So I didn't forget about my whoopie pies. It's been a few hours, they've definitely cooled, and I was making the filling. And so I was like, I don't have confectional sugar. I'm lazy to go get it. I leave a little bit of sugar and I have brown sugar. So I mix it together with a little milk and butter. So I put in like a good amount of whipped cream, and honestly, it looks really gross, but like aesthetically, not bad. I've got my filling, I've got my cookies, and a little spoon. I don't feel like piping it in, so I'm a little lazy. So I gotta figure out, these look like the good ones. So they look pretty good, honestly. Okay, here's the filling. It's a little droopier than I want it to be, but that's okay. Oh my gosh. I think they look pretty good. Like, honestly. So I bought a board from Target because I'm meaning to make a vision board with a lot of the desires and things that I want, whether it's in my life or just more so happening, I guess, in the next few years, things and aspirations that I want. So I thought it'd be a good idea to make one together. Just used literally all of the ink that I have in my printer to cut out everything and put it on this board. Let's get to cutting. What I printed out is a few, let's say, physical desires, career desires, some motivational words. Really the point of having this vision board kind of thing, motivate me, be like, here's what you're working for, here's your aspirations. Like a good way to physically have it. Ahead, I have goals and things that I want to achieve and places I want to be and just a life that I want to live. Having it all out of my head and onto a more physical thing is like a good way to not only, I guess, manifest it, but also is like a good way to kind of be on track of it, if that makes sense. The papers have been cut. Looking at it, they might be a little small for the paper, so I might need to like print a few more out, but we got something to work with. I'm gonna start putting them on here and see how it goes. Okay, well, I definitely need to print out some more photos, so I think I'm gonna finish this one tomorrow just because I feel kind of bad using a lot of ink, but also it's getting a little late, so I just kind of want to chill, and I'm pretty proud of how this is coming out so far. Tomorrow it'll definitely be done, so yeah. Happy Sunday. Making a coffee. I just brewed some coffee. And I'm gonna put in some ice because I like iced coffee. But I don't want it to be too loud, so I usually use my Nespresso for coffee, but I'm not in the mood for an espresso. Like, I'm not in the mood for a latte. I just kind of want a large iced coffee to sip on, and I'm not very big on the Keurig, but it's fine. I got cashew milk today. So for today's activities, I have got farmer's market.
Well, good morning. Good morning.
So hard to get out. Okay.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
Have a nice day.
You too. Farmer's market was definitely really fun. I brought the pup. He got a lot of compliments. He always gets a lot of compliments. But there wasn't so much to buy in terms of food. It wasn't like a lot of things happening, so I was a little bit. And now I'm going to the grocery store, which that's such a surprise. I just have a few things to get, and then I plan on getting a bagel. And there's a sandwich I've been craving from my local bagel place. It's like this flagel with turkey, hummus, cucumber.
It's a very tricked out book. So I was right. Someone had ears.
Honestly, for one for me. There you go. You guys are basically pros. No, the hardest part is the sauce. Oh yeah.
The house is a mile high.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I'm gonna give it 3 for 1 now.
They lost because of the extra innings rule where they start with a man on second. That like literally that lost in the game.
When somebody did, when you get bit,
He was the head of EMS. And EMS got there, and I was ready out with a pressure of 40.
I like that.
It's around almost 10 o'clock at night. I also wanted to show you my whoopie pies because I forgot to show that. But I put them in the freezer. But I think they look pretty good. We love making these, especially on weekends, I think. But I definitely want to do a video during the week while I'm hybrid working. I think that'll be really interesting. So, and fun to watch. So anyway, hope you have a good night or a good day. Bye. Bye.